morning guys, welcome back to Bookmas, welcome to day 5. So I come to you with no makeup and still in my PJs because you guys are going to be controlling my whole day. If you follow me over on Instagram, I put up some polls yesterday to get the ball rolling on what I will be doing today. Literally pretty much every single decision of how my day is going to go. A lot of it's bookish, some of it's not. What book I read, whether it's an ebook or a physical book. And when we go book shopping later, you guys are going to decide the genre of which book I buy. But yeah, literally everything, even my coffee flavour and what I do this morning, like whether I go for a walk or whether I do some yoga at home, you guys are making that decision for me. So very easy day for me. Literally no decision making. That's like, sounds like the perfect day to be honest. But if you do follow me on Instagram and took part in any of the polls, first of all thank you, but second of all you probably knew exactly what this is because this challenge is of course inspired by Sarah Crowley. She posted an Instagram controlled my bookish day video and it just looked like so much fun that I just wanted to do it. So here we are. So we need to also find out whether you guys wanted me to read a physical book or an ebook. I didn't straight up ask you what do you want me to read, I just said what do you prefer reading. I have a feeling it's going to be physical just because I feel like there are more physical readers out there than e-readers. Yes, so physical books won, it got 74%, whereas ebooks got 26%, and I feel like that is not a surprise at all. I love ebooks. I've been mostly reading ebooks this month so far and I do find them really satisfying to read, but there is something about a physical book, so I'm so excited that you guys picked that one, and that means that we can pick a physical book maybe from my TBR. I need to give you guys 2 options on my story and I'm going to do exactly what Sarah did and conceal the books behind like a shade. So that is what we're going to do now. I'm also going to check what you guys decided for me to do as my activity for the morning. Okay, so morning walk 1. I also don't feel like that's surprising because I feel like yoga is a bit more niche, and to be honest with you I'm very happy about that because I love getting out of the house early in the morning. So let's pick out a couple of book options for you guys to choose between. I think I already know what the first one will be now that I found out it's a physical book. Let's just get it out. I feel like this is the perfect opportunity to start reading Beartown again. So perfectly, it's on my December TBR, but it was also the book that Sarah ended up reading in her video. So I'm definitely going to put this as one of the options. But yeah, I originally got to page 60 of this book, but I think if this one won, I'd probably start from the beginning. I'm gonna pop that one there to take a picture of. I want to carry on the theme of wintry books if I can. I'm just like struggling to remember what I put on my December TBR now. I definitely had Winter and Sokcho on there. I have now started putting my TBR in Goodreads folders. Okay, so we've got If We Were Villains, Queen of Myth and Monsters, Rouge, Beartown, Winter Animals, which I've already started, Your Immune One, Matthew Prince, which I'm going to be reading for a romance video, Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood, and Winter and Sokcho. So the only actual wintry books I think are Winter and Sokcho and Beartown. So you guys are going to be picking between these 2, but you won't know it. So yeah, we're going to take a picture for my Instagram story now and then we're going to go on our walk. I also wanted you guys to pick my bookmark. That was such a cute extra poll, so yeah, I'm going to do that as well. I feel like because they're both wintry, maybe I can pick like 2 bookmarks with wintry colours in it. Let me see what I've got. Here are my bookmarks. Okay, I've got a ton. I never used to have this many, but they've just accumulated throughout the years. I really love this one. It is the Turnip Lady from Animal Crossing. I have a lot of my friend Jodie's bookmarks as well. They are super cute. I don't know if any of them are actually wintry, the ones that I've got. I got in my fantasy book era, which is super cute, but I don't think, yeah, neither of those books are fantasies unfortunately. I do have my Eras tour bookmark. It literally says the exact date that I went with my friend in Dublin. As the Eras tour was over officially as of yesterday, maybe we should pick this one just for the memories. So yeah, I think I'm gonna make you guys choose between these 2 because they are both super cute. Hi everyone, I'm so sorry about the dishwasher noise. I forgot that I was going to be filming down here. I'm back from my walk, I've got ready for the day, and the next poll decides my coffee flavour. The dishwasher is really bad, but I can't stop it because it's like mid-cycle. Anyway, these are the coffee flavours. They're the Chamberlain Coffee Cold Brew Singles, and the ones that I've asked you guys to pick between is the Fluffy Lamb Vanilla flavour blend and the Squeaky Squirrel Caramel flavour, which also apparently has notes of butterscotch in it. Anyway, last night I actually had to sneakily look at the poll because I needed to brew the coffee overnight. So this one I remember being a lot closer than the previous two polls that we just did this morning. Vanilla won by 10%, so vanilla's on 55 and caramel is on 45. We're going to be taste testing the vanilla today. I don't really mind which one I got. I kind of saved the more interesting flavours for another day. The other two that I haven't tried is cake batter and hazelnut, but I decided to make it like the most basic coffee flavors, caramel and vanilla, because I know that's what like most people would kind of choose between for their actual coffee. Here's the cold brew. Unfortunately, after one use of this cup, I actually broke the straw. So it was on my bedside table with the straw in it and some water, and I knocked it over. The straw snapped like where it met the lid. So yeah, very devastating. But I do actually have two other straws that fit perfectly. So we're gonna use the pink one today. Let me get my ice. I've got these two Christmassy ice molds here. They've got all kinds of stuff on them, like holly leaves, bows, that you can see here, snowflakes. I really got it for the heart ones because they're super cute, but there's also baubles and stars on this one. They work so well. I got them from Sostring Gran. They're not specifically for ice cubes. I think you can use them like for chocolate and stuff. They work really well for ice cubes, but you just have to get your hands a bit cold. That was so cold. It does smell incredible. It's very subtle vanilla scent, so we'll see how it tastes. You can actually drink it black. I know a lot of people choose to drink their cold brew like this. Oh, that's really not bad. I didn't think I would want to have my coffee black. Ooh. Ooh, I like this flavour. I think I prefer this flavour to the brown sugar one we had the other day. I am still going to put milk in it because I like kind of the creaminess and it tops it up a bit as well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of mad at myself for putting milk in this. It was actually nicer without the milk and tasted more like vanilla. It's doing the job, but I feel like it could be better. We are back upstairs to find out which book we're reading out of Winter in Sokcho and Beartown. I haven't looked at the polls just yet. If I had to give a preference, I think I would say Beartown because I'm really in the mood for it, especially after hearing Sarah talk about it. She's really convinced me to pick it up again. I'm just really in the mood for it and I'm going to be a bit more open-minded with it this time. I think the last time I picked it up I had really high expectations, but this time I think I'm just going to read it and like appreciate it for what it is. I just don't know what I was expecting last time, but also super intrigued by Winter in Sokcho because of the setting. It's set in Korea, but like on the border of North and South Korea. I think it's about an innkeeper or a woman that works at the reception of an inn. I actually don't know what sort of story this is. I'm imagining it's more character driven, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see which one gets picked because I really don't know. I feel like the Beartown one, like Sarah said, was actually kind of obvious putting a bear on there. So I feel like people will know what that is, but that doesn't necessarily mean people will pick it because the other one was pink and looked really cute. Anyway, we also need to find out which bookmark I'll be reading with. If I had to guess what people picked for this one, it would probably be the Eras Tour one, just because I feel like most of you guys are like Taylor Swift like me. It's only been up I think for like an hour or two because I think my walk was like an hour in total. I also listened to more of Winter Animals while I was out there, and the amount of animals that I saw, like I genuinely felt like David Attenborough. Like I felt like a bit of a bird watcher. There were so many birds, there were like geese, there was that heron that I saw, which I have seen him chilling there before. But yeah, I love the park near my house because it's got this gorgeous lake, that little bridge. There's just so much to see. Honestly, I hate these cloudy days. I hate them so much, but I do feel like I just need to kind of appreciate the little things more and actually just look up and look around. I really used to just walk with my head down because of my anxiety when I was a bit younger, and I never used to like look up and like appreciate what was around me because I was just so scared of being outside and like around other people. Like my anxiety was so bad when I was younger, but nowadays I found myself romanticizing the moment a little bit more, like the little moments and my walks, like especially at night time. Like I just love looking around at the lights, especially the Christmas lights right now on people's houses where I live. I had like the weirdest like little epiphany yesterday when I was walking. I walked my friend to her bus stop, which was like 15 minutes away from me because I just wanted the walk, and then I walked back, and yeah, I just like had the Wicked soundtrack in my head, and I was looking up, looking around, looking at the branches in the wind. It was like super gusty, and yeah, just looking at the Christmas lights on people's houses, and it was honestly just one of those magical moments where you're just happy to be in the moment that you are, and I feel like I don't really experience that a lot. So I'm really gonna try my hardest to try and live in these little moments, and like taking myself on a walk. There's kind of no reason to walking. I'm just walking in a circle and I'm not going anywhere for any reason. But honestly, that was the best part of my day so far, just like being outside and seeing all those birds. And there was that one pigeon, he crept up behind me and was just like staring at me, and I was like, okay, you're right. And then he flew away, and then when he came back he brought like 10 pigeon friends with him, and they were all like surrounding me. And I love pigeons. I don't know, I just feel like I had a soulful interaction with a random animal. Anyway, let's find out what book I'm reading. Okay, Beartown is winning. So currently it's on 72% and Winter in Sokcho is on 28%. I'm not surprised. I feel like it's really obvious that it's Beartown, and I kind of wish I didn't put those emojis now, but they just look really cute. So we're going to be reading Beartown by Frederick Buckman. How exciting. And then our bookmark, that's a lot closer, but the Taylor Swift one did win. Again, not surprised at all. It only won by 10%. So here are the winners. I will read this at some point this month, I am promising to myself, because it is on my December TBR, but it just won't be today. I did post another this or that poll yesterday for the amount of pages that I need to read today of the book that you guys picked for me, and it looks like 101, so it was between 50 and 100 pages. I think that was the one that was the most random, and the only people that will know what that meant are people that will have watched Sarah's video already. So we will be reading 100 pages of Beartown today, which I'm actually really excited about. I'm really glad that you guys picked 100 because I really want to get into this, and that will mean that I'll surpass the page that I was at before. I was on page 60, but I think I'm just going to start again and like really try and get into this. Maybe annotate it if I'm feeling like it, like pick out some quotes or like at least have it, and yeah, then surpass where I was at before by 40 pages, which will be really good start. Another poll I did this morning was for my nail color because I want to paint my nails. I think I mentioned earlier I'm going into central London tonight. I'm going to see The Tempest with Sigourney Weaver, the Jamie Lloyd production. I'm going to be seeing it with a friend, so I'm meeting up with her before the show starts. But I think before I go, I'm going to go to Covent Garden, see the Christmas lights. I'm debating whether or not to go to the big Waterstones in Piccadilly to do our book shopping segment of the video. I'm going to get started on Beartown and I will fill you guys in with my initial thoughts. Sleeping, have the day. Yes, this pillow is necessary for reading. Does anyone else kind of sink into the spot they're reading in? Because I was sitting up about 10 minutes ago and now I'm lying down as if I'm about to go to sleep. I'm on page 29, which is chapter 5. Nice short chapters in this book, and everything is definitely coming back to me actually. So we're following a lot of the residents of Beartown, this small Swedish town in the woods. It's got a tiny population and it's only getting smaller because there's nothing really going on in the town. There's a lot of unemployment, it's freezing, it's in the middle of nowhere, like there's not much going for it other than the residents' love of hockey, or ice hockey specifically. So all of this town's hopes and dreams are pinned on pretty much their junior ice hockey team, and the idea that if they do well, if they perform really well in, I think, these kind of like national, like Swedish championship, then they will get funding into the town and they'll get more interest in the town. It will basically fund Beartown and like be able to expand it and get money in, get investors in, and just like make it a better place. So yeah, there's loads of pressure on the youth in this town because they're the ones playing the hockey. In turn, there's also a lot of pressure on the coaches. Right at the beginning of this book, we find out that one of the coaches, the oldest one, is about to be fired, and there's going to be like room made for a new younger coach. So yeah, it's already really sad, but it's so well written. I'm definitely appreciating this more this time around. I think the first time I didn't really understand the writing style, but now I'm really appreciating it for what it is. I just really love all of the characters. Like, I think when I was reading it the first time, that was one of the things I didn't like, how many characters there were, and like how we weren't making much progress in the plot because there were so many characters that Frederick Buckman was juggling. We're on page 29 and it's all pretty much before 8 a.m. in the morning. We've had so many different points of view, but for some reason I'm really enjoying that much more this time. It gives you such a flavour of each household in such a small amount of pages. So yeah, it's very clever. I think his writing is very full of character. Hi everyone, so it's after 4:30 now. I had an incredibly early dinner or late lunch. Because time's got on a little bit, I don't have time to actually fully paint my nails. I ended up filing them and getting them into shape, but I think to make the most of time and actually be able to go book shopping and hopefully see some Christmas lights in Covent Garden and stuff, I'm gonna get ready to leave now. I've just been watching some summaries of The Tempest, like those quick kind of under 10-minute summaries, because I've never read The Tempest, I've never watched it, and I did not want to go into this not knowing what it was about, just in case like it lost me. So now I feel like I've got a bit of a grasp on what the story's about, feeling very productive. But right now I'm about to check which genre won the poll. So I asked you guys whether you preferred romance or fantasy, so we're about to find out the result of that. I've got £10 on my Waterstones card, so whichever genre wins is the genre of the book that I'm going to pick up today. I did say in a recent vlog that I really wanted to use that credit to buy some romance. I ended up buying the newest Eliza Clark horror collection instead, so now we only have £10 left, and equally this could be fantasy, so I might actually not be able to get a romance at all. Okay. Okay, so fantasy won. I did not realise how many fantasy lovers I have for followers, but yeah, it won by quite a lot actually, 71% compared to 29% romance. So yeah, that's interesting. I actually can't remember the last time I hauled any kind of fantasy book. I'm gonna have to think of like what I want to get, or I guess I could just turn up to the bookshop and have a browse and just see what I fancy. But yeah, I'm gonna take you guys with me. We're gonna go and buy a fantasy. I feel like winter is a really great time to get into a fantasy though, so this could be actually a really good idea. I'm really excited. Let's go. we are home, we are showered, I've got my Christmas PJs on, I'm feeling so fresh and ready for bed. That was such a fun evening. The production was really good. I've never seen The Tempest before, so I had nothing to compare it to, whereas my friend, she's seen The Tempest the most times out of any Shakespeare play, and she wasn't that mad about it. So yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend it. It just depends on how well you know the play and like how much you love it, I guess. But I thought Sigourney Weaver was good. I thought the cast was really great, and it was so much better than Romeo and Juliet. I actually went to see the one with Tom Holland in the summer. It was not good. It was not good. Like, all the rumours are true. Tom Holland was really good. They were really great. I mean, the cast was great. It was just really boring. There was no set. They were basically just reading the lines, and yeah, The Tempest was a bit different. There was much more of a set, much more like visually happening, and yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it was on the shorter side, and we got our seats upgraded as well. So I think it might be because they didn't sell out. So when I booked our tickets, I booked like the top, the highest tier, but right at the front, so row A, and they upgraded us 2 whole balconies down to the Royal Circle, I think it's called, and 2 row D. So it wasn't like right at the front like we had before, but it was so much closer to the actual stage. So yeah, I had a really fun evening. I'm yet to show you guys what book I picked up from Waterstones. I did go to the one in Piccadilly, and I did grab a fantasy. So I ended up spending my £10 credit on Lightlark by Alex Astor. This was one of the books that I had in the back of my mind that I might want to pick up, and I didn't realise it was YA, so I was looking in the complete wrong section the whole time. I am very aware that it has super mixed reviews. Some people absolutely hate it. I think it was one of those kind of divisive BookTok books. It's a little bit of a risk picking this up, but I was just so intrigued by the premise. And I think when it comes to fantasy books and like books in general nowadays, for me, buying books, like I need to really love the premise and like be really excited to pick it up. Otherwise it will just sit on my shelves for a long time. Like, if I just hear some good things about it but I don't really know anything about it, or there isn't like a really strong like pull to read it for me, I'm just not going to pick it up. So I don't really care about the negative reviews as of yet. I might actually care when I read the book and potentially not like it. Yeah, basically every 100 years the island of Lightlark appears. It appears for 100 days, and it's there to host these kind of games, and the games are between the rulers of the 6 realms. And I think every time that this happens, one of the ruler has to die, and also his entire kingdom will die, something like that. So it just sounds really high stakes and just really fun. So yeah, I would love to read this month. We will see. I might read it in a video, I'm not really sure. I am still going to prioritise my December TBR, but if I'm really in the mood for a YA kind of high stakes fantasy, then I will be picking this up. So yeah, thank you guys for voting for fantasy if you did. As for the book that I'm currently reading, Beartown, I got 50 pages in on the train on the way over there, and I didn't read on the way home because I got the train with my friend at that point. So I've only got 50 pages into this, and we are running out of time in the day. So I think right now I'm just going to get cozy in bed again and just try and finish the 50 pages before I go to sleep. I don't know if I'll be speaking to you guys again after this, just because I might get really tired. So if I don't catch up with you guys again later, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for taking part. If you voted in the polls on my Instagram, and if you didn't and you're just here to watch, thank you for watching as well. I had a really great day. This is like one of my first ever daily vlogs. I know it had a bit of a twist because it was more of a challenge, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying Bookmas so far, and I will see you guys on Friday with a new video. Bye.